Okay, AllStar Game. Want to talk about that? That's kind of fun. Oh yeah, the Blackhawks are interviewing Chiarelli. Nice job. Even though apparently some of the other candidates include Eric Tulsky, which I thought was really cool, actually. That's guy that's been a sort of quiet seeker weapon in Canada.
Oh my god, if it's Peter Chiarelli.
What massive extremes. Eric Tulsky, and then you got Peter Chiarelli.
You talk about... So in front of me, right, I have a half-eaten white chocolate bar. Love white chocolate, okay?
Where's the white chocolate from? What company?
It's No Name.
Okay.
I got it at Independent the other day. It's really good. It was 2 chocolate bars for $1, and I thought I deserve this.
Exactly.
Okay, so I see that chocolate bar, right? And then I look over and I'm like, God, goodness gracious, what's in my room that I don't know. I see a dirty boot that I put on top of my shelves, which I don't know how long that's been there, but I should probably because it's looking kind of dusty. I love white chocolate. I hate that I can see that boot. This is like, I love the cream of the crop, this white chocolate. I'm going to have a piece now. That's Eric Tulsky. That's the feature of the game. Yeah. Peter Chiarelli is the dirty old boot, which actually makes a lot of sense when you're thinking about it. If you really wanted the classic example of an old hockey man, that's Peter Chiarelli.
That's the textbook definition.
Like legit. Getting another chance after ruining
if there was a hockey dictionary and it was old 200 hockey men club, the definition would be Peter Chiarelli.
It makes me sick. It makes me sick.
Is it 200 hockey men or 100 hockey men? I think we had this. I asked this question then.
Yeah, I think it's 100. You know what? It's probably 200, and the other 100 are now president of hockey ops.
Right. Okay. Okay. I see. That makes sense.
So the 100 are already in place, and then the other 100 that makes the 200 are their friends
or their kids.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Or cousins or cousins' kids. You know.
It goes
Good
on.
job. I hope they hire Chiarelli. They really deserve it. They really, and he trades DeBrincat because he's too small.
The content.
Can we talk about that? Alex DeBrincat is trying to his damnedest to save the reputation of that franchise, being the only one who made it sound like it was a good thing to fire Bowman, doing his hangover a bit. I was kind of like, whatever. It wasn't as good as the other ones, but the judges said it was.
Because it's Vegas.
Because it's Vegas.
It was funny because it was in Vegas. It was funny because it was in Vegas.
Yeah, and then
if you did that in Columbus, no one would.
They were like, "Who's that?"
Just see. Here's what's funny: because you get fans from other fan bases at those games.
Yeah.
If you were in Columbus and you had gotten a little cannon and destroyed it, every other fan base would lose their mind because everyone's so sick of that thing in Columbus. Man, okay. Going to the All-Star game. Okay, first off, let's talk about the All-Star game itself. Yeah, it sucked. It was the same as it's been for years now. Jack Campbell let the Atlantic down. So did Matthews. That giveaway was so bad. Cut them both. Send them to Montreal for Ben Sherratt. We'll take them off your hands. Anyway, who cares? Honestly, who cares about the games themselves? Do you have anything to say about it, guys? Or should we just go to the skills competition?
Good breakaway save by John Gibson. Solid.
I
don't know.
He was rough to start. He let the first goal, the first shot in the first game.
He doesn't care.
I watched that game. I'm like, wow, that's so interesting. It's just so cool to watch this game that I started doing schoolwork. That's how interesting that game was.
One highlight I did like in the post game interviews.
Yeah.
Trevor Zegras, like, who impressed you most? He just said Troy Terry, and all the reporters laughed.
That's the right answer.
Team guy, Troy. It was interesting that Zegras didn't get to participate in that, by the way. In the game itself.
That's what I've been saying for years. The NHL needs a Rising Stars game. Like,
oh yeah, 100%. Like the young kids thing. Like, remember how they used to be rookies then for stuff?
Yeah.
Here's what's interesting, right? Is I was really disappointed that I think the closest thing we came was a failed attempt of a Michigan from Chris Kreider. It was Zegras is there. You knew he was going for it at some point, right? It's just a shame that just no one cared. It wasn't great. And I hate Andrew Brunette. Why did you not put Suzuki and Bergeron together? That was his hero. It was good to see them meet, but I was happy for him. Suzuki was the only one back checking in that game because he's probably like, oh, we're actually allowed to go back and forth.
Oh.
And there was a really good tweet from Habs Twitter. It was like, Suzuki's used to playing with guys who aren't trying. It was like, oh my God. Put him with Kachuk, who couldn't finish any chance Suzuki gave him. Camera was good, though.
Maybe it was just me. I was just a little upset that absolutely. And I know this was like normally the case anyways, but I was just a little upset that no one looked like they wanted to be there. Like it's genuinely embarrassing for the league. It really is. Like if you go watch the NBA game, or the NBA All-Star game, I'm sure they don't love to be there, but they make the most of it. They do. Like they try crazy, like they try stupid stuff in the game, and like at least they look like they're trying to have an ounce of fun. I get it. You want it to be in the Olympics. I get it. Or you want to be in Cabo, but you're there. Make the best of it. Do it. Like you're embarrassed. Not only are you embarrassed, like what is the league supposed to do? Like Jerry D's out there trying to talk to these guys, and they're like, it's cold. Like, I don't care. I don't care that it's cold. Show some damn personality.
Jerry D. Oh my god, that's just what I'm thinking. Like CBC content, like in Vegas. Who knows Jerry D?
It was when Stamkos is going about I lived in Florida. I was thinking, dude, you're from Markham, aren't you?
Yeah, he's from
Have
Markham.
some respect from where you're from. You can get your ketchup chips here, I think. Anyway, skills competition. Yeah, the game sucked. It was awful. Who even won? I don't even remember.
I don't know. I
can. You guys should have won.
I'll go check.
I think it was the Metro, but
yeah, it's the Metro because Claude Giroux won thing.
What in the world? Explain this to me. Was that magic trick at the skills competition with the mascots?
Man,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just don't. Again, it's the awkwardness and I didn't watch Machine Gun Kelly's performance because no. Okay, skills competition. We can talk about each event very quickly here.
Sure.
Accuracy shooting. They brought the plates back, but my goodness, it was bad.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, other than Sebastian Aho, everything else was like, it was okay.
Draisaitl like blowing it at first was really funny though, I guess, but it was just such a nothing event.
Was that the event where they showed McDavid's face as he's just continuously missing and missing and missing? And
yes.
Yes.
And he was like,
So
oof,
funny,
and there's an allegory for our season in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Fastest skater. If there was a better example to see where guys weren't trying, it was that. Because McDavid should have destroyed everyone at that. Him and Makar. But Jordan Kyrou is somehow the fastest skater in the league.
Our boy.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, again, if I didn't know before, no one wanted to be there. I thought that was quite evident.
They needed Phil Kessel in the fastest skater to, kind of give it that umph again.
I remember when people said he was going to get creamed, and I think he went head to head with Sagan and he won.
Yeah.
Where are the head to heads? Okay. The save streak. I had a problem with this as the goalie guy. Why in the world were the goalies partnered up? Why not just let them go and just, head to heads to see like an overall winner? Why? Who cares?
It's too innovative.
They've done that before. What are you doing? That's so dumb. Oh, and here's the worst part about that event. So there was a rule based on who got like the second set of shots. You guys know who got cut off and didn't get to shoot at all in that competition?
Connor McDavid.
They didn't let the greatest player in the world shoot on the save streak challenge. What are you thinking? Where's the common sense rule, guys? That's not good enough.
Maybe Connor's like, hey Connor, and he's like, I'm good.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like, I'm not getting off the bench.
Yeah, like I wouldn't put it past him.
He was there. He was ready to go, and the ref's like, nope. I like to who they're probably Chris Lee.
It's probably Wes McCauley.
Gundy. Hardest shot is just.
That used to be a really fun event.
Hardest shot?
Like hardest shot? That used to be so fun for me before.
Same. It's 4 guys, though.
Yeah.
Hedman's the only one that really... Wilson surprised, but Hedman was it. It's just... You could have... I know Chara said no. And obviously, Weber can't. But it was like him and Pellick, I think I think everyone cracked 100, but it was barely I don't think Hedman got over 103. I think they really took the zest out of part of the shot. I used to really, really like it, but They really killed it for me, to be honest. The blackjack one, 21 and 22. Can we talk about how bad? First off, I thought they were gonna flip the cards over, and you'd have to like guess and go bust, but they showed them, and they gave the most accurate shooters in the world a chance to count up to 21. And I think they only probably missed twice. You don't see the cards in blackjack.
That event felt like it didn't need to be there. That event,
the crowd,
where,
like the crowd they had while they were shooting it.
No, did they have they had a crowd?
Exactly. It was very small. It was like a gaggle of people.
Yeah, they should have scrapped that event, and they should have made half those guys could have been in the accuracy shooting competition.
I know, right? Why was Matthews not doing that?
I don't know.
I don't know. The Bellagio fountain event, that was not great.
No. I mean, it would have been like, you know what? It would have been this much better if anyone had some personality on that stage. If someone just talked and said they weren't like, other than I'm cold. I mean, like, I think that it makes it a little bit better. Did it go great? No. But
also, like we were obviously the only woman here was not great.
Yeah, they could have done a lot better with that.
Here's another thing: is Roman Yossi had the best time in 11 seconds, right? But then he lost the head-to-head with Werenski. But Werenski's second time wasn't even as good as Yossi's 11 seconds. And here, did you notice every time they had to shoot the pucks, they had to hit it?
Yeah.
To like, I guess, to do the sensor.
Why?
And on Yossi's last attempt, he had to hit a bunch of them multiple times. And he lost time because of it. What are you doing? You know why? Because it was at night when they shot that. So I bet it was the night before, and every one of those players thought, man, I could be doing this, or I could be partying with the rest of the guys right now.
Yeah, I think Alan Walsh tweeted a picture of it as it was being aired. And he's like, yep, this was from the recording that we did last night. Because I guess Huberdeau was in that competition. So Alan Walsh is in Vegas.
Huberdeau was not good during it. I think he cracked nearly a minute. It was not great. I thought it was funny to start when they kept editing it because it's like he's just doing that poorly. And then they just let everything else just go. So that wasn't great. Yeah, the highlight was Claude Giroux saying he was cold and Gary D saying get over it. Yeah, that was the AllStar. Oh, and then, okay, so the breakaway challenge, I think, saved it for a little bit. Because first off, Trevor Zegras might have been the best moment in hockey history.
I like that a lot.
How he didn't win
pop
is a
culture
shame.
references, by the way, too.
Yeah.
I haven't seen dodgeball, but it was just the skill on it was so cool.
It was an absolute sham that he didn't win.
Like Jack Hughes, I thought his attempt was pretty cool too. I'm not gonna lie, I thought Cole Caulfield was gonna come out because the equipment was so small.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be Luke.
I was even wondering, like, do they have a fourth brother? Because you never know. I think it was like the equipment manager's son, and how like both him and Jack did like the Hughes stick into the stands thing was really sick. Just thought there was I thought it was really like even DeBrincat's was a little lame, but like some dude dressing up as Mike Tyson with a stuffed animal tiger. I was like, okay, so we're doing that. And then the NHL ruined it. Like that stuff was great, right? Like fantastic. Plus Zegras being like blindfolded, he could probably still see a little bit, but still scoring on the goal. The skill, it was tremendous, right?
Yeah. So I don't know if you saw Jeff Fayette's tweet about Alex Pietrangelo winning the breakaway challenge. He goes, "This is the most embarrassing thing that's happened in this league in several hours." God, I love it.
I love that
this.
One. That's amazing.
I love following the NHL. Just constant fun.
Okay. So this is Pietrangelo is where it all kind of fell off, right?
Yeah.
Because both him and Hughes did the normal shot, and then they're like, that's not good enough. So Alex Pietrangelo, bless him, he's not full of personality, is he? They just bring out like the Vegas drummers onto the ice, and they put the lights down. He comes in for a shot. He doesn't do anything fancy, and he misses the net. And John Hamm gave him a 19, but he was 1-10.
Oh, that's a bias.
And they gave it to him.
Just a bit of a background research on that. John Hamm. Well, I know it's history for this now, but John Hamm is a huge St. Louis Blues fan.
He is, yes.
It's so NHL. Also, I forgot about Kaprizov. But first off, I thought they were supposed to get 2 attempts, but I guess they couldn't top it. Kaprizov doing the Ovechkin thing was, I thought, so cool.
That was cool.
It also ruined Minnesota Twitter, which was funny.
I don't know if you noticed on the Ovechkin jersey, it actually had the skills competition patch.
So it was his.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was his jersey. No, it was his jersey. It was the jersey he was supposed to wear.
It did look quite big on Kaprizov, didn't it?
Yeah.
He had the yellow laces and everything. That was hilarious. But I think one of the judges gave him a 6. So she clearly didn't get the reference because it was sick. And the hot hands on the stick thing is iconic. So clearly she didn't get the reference, which was very annoying. But I just like the thing is, imagine thinking what Alex Pietrangelo did was better than anything else there. And he missed the net. Like, you couldn't have even... Why would you shoot high? Anyway, you loser. What are you thinking? Goodness gracious. As effective as he was against the Habs, to be fair enough. But, the whole team. It's just... They really kind of blew it there.